Well, folks, I've got a special guest on the line from the northwest of England, Preston D Barnes. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Thanks very much for having me on.
It's nice to listen to a northern accent for a change. From the Burnley area, I believe.
Originally from Burnley, yeah. I'm over near Blackpool now, so
Oh,
I'm
you're,
a bit.
you're trying to give up your roots now? Is that what it's all about? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't lived in my roots for 25 years, so it's about time I went back, really, I suppose.
But hailing from near Preston, then Kirkham, no doubt, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently it's a nice place to live. I haven't been there long though, so
Oh, right.
I'm yet to find out.
Oh, no, it'd be great. It's great. But you've got some music coming out, haven't you? Tell us a bit more about the new single.
Well, it's 4 years in the making, to be honest.
Oh.
It's since I finished on The Voice UK, really, in 2016, so it's even longer than 4 years now. Always wanted to do country music. I've always listened to it ever since a young lad. So to be given the opportunity to work with the people we're working with,
Yeah.
is astonishing to me. I can't believe it's happening. So, yeah, a new single coming out very, very soon, and I can't wait for everybody to hear it, see what the reaction is.
Yeah, I mean, why country? Why country music? What was the big thing for you to say that, is it stuff that you've listened to when you're growing up with your family, or how did it
Not,
start?
not so much with the family when I was growing up. No, it was more when I started really getting into playing music, like playing instruments. I play piano as well,
Wow.
and I'm kind of classically trained on that. So I started to get into the theory of music, and then started to listen to words a bit more in songs. But look, let's face it, there's no better music than country music that just tells the truth, right? So that's what I want to do. I want to bring out music that people can relate to, and that's exactly why I'm here.
It's what they call it, isn't it? Three chords and the truth.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah. When I was starting to learn guitar, I thought, I know, and I'll pick probably one of the hardest songs, a Garth song, because Garth doesn't stick to three chords.
No,
He always puts
no.
in a minor seventh in there or whatever. So I did Much Too Young. I went to the guitar teacher in Haydock. Oh no,
Right.
Newtley Willows, Paul over there, great guy. And he used to say to me, I'm going to do, you're going to go for these exams. I went, no, I'm not. I haven't got the time for that. I want to go on stage with a guitar. Here's a song to learn, because obviously it wasn't internet then, as what it is now. Excuse me. I said, Much Too Young, and I went, my God, if you manage these, you're halfway there, really. Yeah. I said, yeah. So, yeah, I'm still not a proficient guitarist, but I get by, But I love listening to musicians like yourself who are accomplished and, like I say, piano as well, multi-talented. I'm multi-talented. I have a guitar, Jews, harp, comb and paper, so it's not too bad. The common paper needs tuning up, but there you go.
Yeah.
But how did it all start for you?
Music. When I was 15, my mum bought me a keyboard, a little keyboard with 2 free organ lessons. Believe it or
On
not.
Tempe?
Basically, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. You couldn't play any more than 3 notes without the machine going crazy. So I went to the 2 organ lessons right back when I was, I think 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
And the organ teacher went, "You need to do piano straight away." So I just moved over to piano. It went from there, and I've been playing ever since, really. And then shortly after that, when I finished school, I joined the army as a musician. Spent 24 years in that job.
Wow.
Traveling the world, playing music to people, teaching music, and then venturing off and doing other things, military as well. But so I've kind of been doing music ever since I was 11, really.
Yeah. And when did you come out the army? You say it took you 25 years. You came out.
Yeah, this is a point where you're supposed to say you don't look that old.
I know, but I know what filters are like on.
Yeah. I left in 2017, so I've been out quite a few years now. To be fair,
Oh wow.
5 years. So, and ever since I left the forces, I've been a full-time gigging musician. So,
And not necessarily just country, is it? I mean, the country's a new thing for you, where you've been doing sort of the mainstream cabaret kind of stuff.
yeah, it's kind of the
There's the
back-
wage. Yeah.
yeah, the piano bars and the jazz bars and the backing track gigs and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a job and it pays great money. It's good. But this is what I want to do. So I am now brand new into country. I've never done country before.
Great.
I've always loved it, but I am literally a brand new starter. And some of the opportunities I've had before I've even brought a record out is beyond belief to me.
And it's nice because, I mean, when you look at country music, and I've been fortunate, probably about 6 months now, to be involved with the British Country Music Association and seeing the vast array of talent
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
And it's nice that somebody like yourself is coming along, somebody brand new, fresh, got different ideas,
yeah,
want to do their way as well, and and getting it, I think, in the right time now. I think because everybody's obviously during lockdown as well, and people are starting to go out a little bit more.
yeah.
And like the more independent gigs, singer-songwriters. I mean, I've been involved, like I say, with a couple of events where it's been horizon stages, and people are flocking to it.
Yeah, exactly. And I've done the same. I've gone to watch people in bars. You know what lockdown was like? It was a nightmare, weren't it?
Oh,
And I didn't have any work through lockdown at all. So it kind of brought the music industry, really, didn't it? For certainly for people like us that are independent, artists that do it for a living. That's your job.
yeah.
That's your income. So now it's all finished and we're kind of allowed out again. It's massive now, and everybody's jumping on the back of it. It's great.
It was good
So
that some of my colleagues and people who I don't know, certainly in America as well, have stuck to the online gigs
yeah,
with Facebook and keeping them relevant and keeping them
yeah,
in hearts and minds. And I got asked to do a few, and I said, I'll be honest with you, no. I said, no, and I said, it's not, it's not the big I am or anything like that. It's just that I like an audience. I bounce off an audience. And it's like when
exactly what
people,
I said.
yeah, and I said to one American artist, well, a couple of them actually, and they said, it's not the same. I said, what you need to go on to the local shop, buy some mannequins, put them round in your living room, put some laughter in, canned laughter and some clapping.
Yeah, yeah,
I tried to make a live album once. I was in Southport and I thought, I want to do a live album because I can't be bothered going in the studio. So I rigged everything up into my PA and I put clapping, but
yeah.
I was toying with the idea to put, one said Wembley Stadium. I thought that'd be brilliant. Hello, Southport. And it sounds like, well, but no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
No,
But,
I got asked to do them as well, and I was the same. I'm just it just doesn't feel right, does it at all?
no.
So I just kind of held off on it, and I thought it's got to start up again after lockdown. It's got to, because everybody's gagging to get out there, aren't they? So,
Yeah.
but look, I mean, look at what's just happened at C2C. It's just incredible, isn't
Was
it?
you there? Did you go?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to go because I was gigging actually.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I mean, that's the level this British country's at right now. It's just
Oh, it's amazing. It's about
unbelievable,
12
isn't it?
years. And I remember the first one I went to, and I was outside the Premier Inn, actually, at Greenwich, waiting to get a taxi. And I was on my own. I just got one ticket. It was just on the Saturday and Sunday. And I came out, and there was a girl with cowboy boots on, cowgirl boots on, and a hat and that. And I said, "Oh, obviously going to go to C2C." He said, "Yeah, I don't know about country music. It's probably not very big, is it?" And I'm here with my boyfriend, or it was a husband, who likes it. I'm just coming to support him. And I said, "You'll find out how big it is." And then I went into the bar for a quick shandy before I went to bed, and she was there. I said, "Now, what do you think?" She went, "Oh my God."
Yeah, yeah,
And it's just grown exponentially from that, and I think now people are just going for the day rather than the night because of the wealth of talent in UK, a couple of American artists, a couple of Canadians and Australians and stuff around the periphery of the O2. People have just said, "Oh, I'm not getting a ticket. I'm just going to go around during the day."
Well, they see more people, don't they? There's more people on. It's like a roll on, roll off thing, isn't it? So, absolutely, I couldn't agree more. It just blew me away, and obviously I couldn't go because I was working, but I kept watching it every 10 minutes. On Instagram, what's been posted now, what band's been on now, and yeah, I mean, why would I not want to be a part of that?
Exactly. But before we talk about what's coming around the corner, just to finish off on the new song, I mean, obviously the content of that, what was the thought process behind putting pen to paper on that one?
So, we've been working with an amazing songwriter from America, Steve Dorff.
You're working
And
with Steve Dorff?
yeah, so it's incredible, really. I mean, like I say, I haven't been doing this very long, and he got in touch with us, and he said, "I love your voice. I've got some songs for you. Would you like to record them and see what happens?" So at that point, I was like, "I can't believe this is happening." So we came down to Marks, we get to the studios, and we got them recorded, sent them back, and Steve Dorff just gave the big thumbs up. Said that is amazing. So to be working with somebody like that on a debut single is it just blows
Oh
me away.
man.
Honestly, it blows me away.
I have got so many links to Steve Daw. I've never met him or chatted to him, but round him,
Yeah.
from either a manager right down to other artists,
Right.
have waxed lyrical about Steve and what he can do, and he is just phenomenal. He's, like I said, if you got your thumbs up from him,
Yeah, and we had a Zoom with him a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the development of Add a Little You and how it's going, and does he like the sound, does he not like the sound, and he was just the things he was saying and the way he was putting it. I just thought you just know what you're doing so much, and I know he's like he's kind of a world famous songwriter, isn't he? But
yeah,
so who am I to say you know what you're doing? But you know what I mean. It was really good to sit there and go, wow, we've got this guy doing this for us. So, and the finished result is, yeah, it's amazing.
it just came amiss to me actually. Just talk us a little bit about the voice and what that was like for you and the process behind that.
Right. So I went on The Voice for a laugh, actually.
Some of them do. It's like Britain's Got Talent. You're going, you can't. You can't. My mum's told me I'm a great singer.
Exactly. The only person in your family is your 94-year-old grandma that says you're ace. But yeah, so look, it was all kind of a military joke at the time, and all my mates in the army was like, yeah, go on. I used to win karaoke competitions, but we're all drunk, so you don't know if you're good or you're not good. So anyway, they said just apply for it, and I have to say, quite a lengthy process, like 6 months or so, of auditions and styling and all this type of stuff, and I ended up getting down to the last 26. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So, and that process, it kind of taught me to be in front of a camera and get used to being on stage a little bit more, and what the hype's all about, and social media blew up at that point, and so it gives you a really sharp injection into what the music world's all about. Once you've been on TV for 15 minutes, because when you say 15 minutes of fame, it's exactly what that show is.
Yeah.
I wasn't on for any more than probably 12, 13 minutes. As much as I got down to the last 26, you don't get much coverage. But do you know what? I didn't win the show, and to be fair, looking back on it now, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because it allowed me to move away from that with like a bit of credibility behind me, so I could then go and do my own thing.
Yeah.
And that's paved a way for a job when I leave the forces, and now I'm doing this. So to be fair, mate, if I hadn't have done The Voice, I wouldn't be doing this right now. So
No.
I've got a lot to thank The Voice for.
Yeah, it gives you that room to grow and to find your path. I think, as well, because if you'd have won it, they'd have got you on the conveyor belt and be giving you stuff to handpick stuff for you, going,
Exactly.
I know you've wrote your stuff, but we want you to sing this, and because it's commercial, and
Exactly,
you'll lose your identity. No, but fair play to you, fair play. But no, I just thought, then I thought, I haven't mentioned The Voice. I'm going to have to mention that. 'Cause,
it's one of them things that, I go and do my gigs at weekends now, and it's all over the country. It's great. You do a lot of travelling and stuff, and as soon as you turn up, they all go, "Oh, that's the guy from The Voice," and they think that it's some huge thing, But it kind of is to them, because they watch it on a Saturday night TV, don't they? It kind of is. But this right now, this is far, far bigger than that to me, because this is what I want to be doing now.
Yeah.
That was like a springboard.
Yeah.
Really, to something that I wanted to do. So yeah, here I am. This is great. And now I get to speak to you, so it's even better.
Hey, it can only go further up, really. Than that. But I mean, if this is your level, mate, you really need to sit down with your manager again. If you think this is the pinnacle of your career.
I'm gonna have a word in a bit. Don't worry.
But what's around the corner then? Obviously, there's the BCMA Fan Fest in July 8th, 9th, and 10th. You're on. We just spoke off her on the 9th.
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
You at Showground, 10 to 3 on the main arena. And
I can't wait.
Oh, mate, it is a great venue. It's a great event. I think of pinching my daughter's tent.
Oh, really?
I don't think she knows about it, but I'm going to pinch it.
Well, you're from Liverpool, so you're probably
Oh,
going
not
to...
No, Mr. Burnley. Get your facts right. We're from St Helens, which is in Merseyside. It used to be Lancashire.
It did actually. You're right. Yeah.
One night we got up in the next day and they moved it to Merseyside and never told anybody.
Oh, well, see, that's what they do there, isn't it? I
So
know.
no, I'm not. Nothing wrong with Scousers, but I'm just saying I'm not a Scouser. I'm gonna put that out there.
I'll take it back. I'll take it back. Don't
Right,
worry.
mate, or else I'll edit this in such a way that you think, oh, I'm going back on the voice. You know. But no, you've got that. But what other things have you got coming around the corner?
So we've got a string of singles going to come out. We've been doing a lot of work over the past few years, so we've got a lot recorded already, ready to go.
Brilliant.
And it's, I don't know if I'm right in saying this. From what I've looked into, country music's kind of seasonal, isn't it? So you have a certain type of song come out in summer, and then you have a certain type of song come out towards Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've kind of got, 5 or 6 singles ready to go. So
Yeah. No, I mean it's tailgates and honky tonks during the summer, and wrap up warm. It's going to snow outside, kind of Christmas songs.
right.
It's like that. No, it is a mixture, really, in my opinion, where you'll get like Sir Luke Bryan bringing out margaritas and all that kind of stuff because it's promoting beach parties and tailgates and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a constant stream of people pouring their heart out into country, and it can lend itself to any month of the year or whatever. But Christmas seems to be the one where, they go another version of Jingle Bells. Put a bit of steel guitar in it. There you go. It's a country version of Jingle Bells.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I think mainly for me, it's because I'm brand new. Nobody knows who I am really.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all a case of getting playing to a live audience for me.
Yeah.
In whatever venues I'm allowed to play in, just give me a shout and I'll be there. It's one of them things. It's just gaining that little bit of credibility in the industry, I suppose.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you one last question.
Oh,
And it's a cracker. You've got a fire pit going on back of your house, and you want to invite people for a fire pit party. And you're allowed 6 people to invite, but those 6 people can be past, could be present, and it could be musical, it could be family, it could be religious, it could be a mixture of all of those. Who would those 6 people be and why?
Chris Stapleton, number 1, is my favourite country artist. I think he's amazing. He'd get his guitar out and he'd entertain anybody, wouldn't he? So let's do that.
But keep him away from the fire because his beard is that long.
Beard will go up. Yeah, Shania Twain, because I've loved her ever since I was about 3-year-old, so we'll have her as well. We're not doing so bad so far, are we? Mike Tyson, I'd have him because he's one of my favourite boxers from back in the 80s.
Okay.
Yes, I am that old, so Mike Tyson, he'd be singing along to Chris Stapleton songs, I'm sure.
Have you seen Hangover?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
I don't think he can sing.
Maybe he wouldn't, yeah. Lady Gaga, because I think she's amazing live.
Wow, okay.
And she plays piano, so me and her can do a duet.
Absolutely, like that bit.
I'd have Ben Newton because he's my guitar player, and we kind of have a spin-off between both of us, and it's quite entertaining. So I'd have him in there as well.
Wow.
And I'd probably have my brother, who is the most critical fan I've ever met about any kind of music. So when I do something and I show him, he's like, nah, we need to do this, or you need to change that. And he's 99% of the time right.
Brilliant.
So what I'd like to do on that fire pit party is get him there and shut him up, basically.
Well, that sounds like a great. I'd love to be there actually, but I'm
just going to say you can come if you want.
Oh no, not when Mike Tyson's there, man. It's all going to kick off because your brother's going to say, "Mike, you're a great fighter," but in that fight with Evander Holyfield, and it'll all kick off, and Chris Stapleton's going, I'm going to have to hurry up and go in, and Lady Gaga's going, my Bontempi organ's all broken up and everything now. It's all kicking off. But no, that's great. I like that. The only reason why I asked that is just a bit of fun at the end. But sometimes you get some people who are maybe a little bit, I know you're not, but, a little bit sort of insular, a little bit, won't let himself out. When you say, some people say Jesus Christ, and some people say, well, I lost my dad, I want him back. And you think, okay, but it's interesting that, because then you say, okay, you've told me you're religious and you miss somebody, and you can tell that with your writing, because there's a lot of it, and it just thought provoking, isn't it?
It's how your brain works, how fast your brain works, isn't it? And what first comes into your head.
The best one I ever heard was Willie Nelson,
Right.
Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard,
Right.
Garth Brooks,
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I said I would pay good money to be on that one because you can imagine Willie Nelson going, "Hey JC, do you want some?" You can just see it, can't you?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You know, and Garth singing "Friends in Low Places," and Jesus is going, "Hang on a minute, do you not know who I am?"
Yeah, I want to go to that party. That'd be interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But listen, Preston, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, my friend. Good luck with all the music coming out. Can't wait to see you at FanFest as well. I'll be there in an official capacity.
Absolutely.
So I won't be drinking much. And you're on about Wayne's trading post will be there as well. So if you don't get down beforehand, he'll be bringing it to you.
Well, I'll be bringing part of his shop with me because
Don't get the tasseled shirts, mate. I know what Mark's like. I know what he's like. Yeah, I know what Mark's like, mate. Don't listen to him. He'll have you with all the tassels and don't go that way, mate. Rhinestone cowboy. No, it's not happening.
No. Can you imagine the stick I get from my ex-army mates wearing one of them?
You want to do it just for a laugh. Oh, last question. Favourite karaoke track? You mentioned karaoke before. Favourite karaoke track? Your go-to karaoke track?
Bed of Roses, Bon Jovi.
Oh my God. You know what mine is? You're 16, Ringo Starr.
Really?
No idea why.
No.
But it's one of them. As soon as I hear that, I'm up, done. When you're in Spain, you hear a karaoke. Have you got that? Ringo Starr? Yeah, that's me, done. And
well, I do Bed of Roses at the end of the night, you see. So, when everybody's drunk, because you always sound better when everybody's drunk, don't you? Don't you?
I know.
And then they all start loving each other and all that. And you never know. When I was younger and I didn't have a partner then it's kind of...
I know, but because you know it so well, do you look at the screen?
No.
I like it, you see that. That happened to me in Kos. I went to Kos with the family, went into a bar doing karaoke, got up doing Bad Moon Rising and somewhere else and whatever. You're 16 probably. This young lad come over to me, a young Brazilian lad. He said, "I've been watching you." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're a singer, aren't you?" I said, "How come?" He said, "You've not looked at that screen once." I said, "Yeah." See, I told you I did. I'm, in this broken Brazilian accent.
Die Hard season karaoke. See?
I know, that's it. It's your go-to thing, isn't it? But now I'm going, and I don't know if you're the same now, because you do it all the time, you don't tend to do karaoke. And then when I didn't do it, I was always on karaoke. It was like, you can't afford me. I'm not getting up, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
£2.50 did a charge. But I told you I waffle on. I tell you what, mate, it's been a pleasure to meet you at long last. I've heard so much about you. Listen to the stuff as well that's due to come out. Obviously, we're not going to play it until it is officially out. But I've had a little gander of it, and it's amazing stuff. And I can't believe that Stephen Dorff's been endorsing it as well, because you're on the right path doing that, mate, right from the get-go.
Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away. And it's great to be here, mate. And thanks for having me on. You've been a star.
You're welcome. You take care. Stay safe, and I'll see you in July.
You certainly will. Thanks very much.
Adios, amigo.